Right, so it's big news. The chair of Harvard University's astronomy department has said aliens visited our solar system in 2017 and might return. According to the New York Post, unfortunately, that's not exactly what he said. So let's get into it.
This is the very first object that we have detected from outside the solar system that entered the solar system and passed near the Earth.
Harvard University Astronomy Department Chair Avi Loeb also serves as director of the Institute for Theory and Computation, the founding director of the Black Hole Initiative, and the chairs of both the Breakthrough Starshot Advisory Committee and the National Academy's Board of Physics and Astronomy. Next week, a paper he co-authored appears in the Astrophysical Journal Letters, providing one, he would say the first, scientific explanation for a mysterious something now named Oumuamua that passed by Earth on its journey from another solar system a year ago.
It happened to be very weird.
Weird first because of its shape, either very long or very flat, based upon the sunlight reflected from it. But most peculiarly, Oumuamua appeared to accelerate.
We see such an additional force in comets, and that's due to the evaporation of ice on the surface of the comet.
But Oumuamua displayed no cometary tail or change in its rotation, leaving the source of the push and the identity of the object not only a mystery, but one without seemingly any credible explanations, until Loeb's paper, which hypothesizes sunlight provided the extra push.
And for that to be effective, the object needs to be very thin, less than a millimeter in thickness, sort of like a sail that is being pushed by the light from the sun.
What Loeb is suggesting is that some other living being not from this solar system created that light sail, which we Earthlings also aspire to build, and Oumuamua represents not a piece of space rock, but a highly technologically advanced probe from some alien civilization.
I haven't seen any other compelling possibility at the moment.
So, in 2017, this object passed through our solar system, and it was the first. It was the first ever extraterrestrial object to come into our solar system. Before that, we'd only ever seen comets, meteors, etc., that were created here. So, huge news. Now, Avi Loeb, the guy that has caused so much controversy, has basically said he does not believe this object was potentially natural. Now, there are several reasons why he said this. It's the wrong shape. This object is nothing like anything we've ever seen before. It's not like a comet, it's not like a meteorite that we've ever seen. It's long, it's thin, it's cigar-shaped. It's just wrong. So 2017, this thing was first spotted by astronomers in Hawaii. They called it, now, if you know my channel, you'll know how much I like names that I can't pronounce, but they pronounced it Oumuamua. Oumuamua. We'll go with that. So, as it passed through our solar system, we had a good 11 days looking at this thing and collecting data. We know that it was spinning. We know this from the light increasing and decreasing on a roughly an 8-hour cycle. Another thing that Loeb has identified as being really weird about this object is that it's too bright. It's about 10 times brighter than anything else we normally see. But then the clincher for Loeb, the real clincher, was as this thing passed the sun, it accelerated. Now, we see this in comets. The object, as it gets closer to the sun, the heat is warming the one side and actually slows the object down as it moves towards the sun. As soon as it moves away, the sun is behind it, and that pushes the comet along. But we also then see a vapor trail, the comet's tail. Now, in this case, we saw nothing. So that screams at Loeb that this thing was not actually what we think. Right now, all of the images you see of this object, you notice I'm calling it object, I'm not calling it by its name again, not falling for that again. All the images we see of this object are actually artist renditions. They are what we think it looks like. We did not get any decent video or any close-up images. Here are the actual images we got, and here are the images of what we think it looked like. So, Avi Loeb and his students at the University of Harvard started crunching the numbers. Now, they took all the data they already had, and they suddenly realised maybe this is not what we thought. Maybe it isn't this rock shape. Maybe it's actually really, really thin and saucer-shaped. Now, I know what you're thinking. Saucers, flying saucers, it's an alien. No, this thing would have to be around 1 millimeter thick. So not a flying saucer, but perhaps a solar sail. Now this is technology we've been trying to do ourselves, and they keep breaking. But it's a really clever idea. You basically use the solar radiation from the sun to push a vessel along. You could travel to the other star systems slowly, but really efficiently. You need no engines, you need nothing else, you just need the solar sail. The bigger the solar sail, in theory, the faster you go. So Avi Loeb started looking at this from a different point of view. Maybe what we're seeing isn't aliens, as the New York Post headline stated, but maybe it's aliens junk. Maybe it's a piece of rubbish. Now this reminds me of desert islands in the Pacific with our crap being pushed in by the tide, bottles and string and rope and everything else. Perhaps what we're seeing is the junk from another alien civilization. Perhaps this was some sort of space navigation buoy, or perhaps it was actually a probe. Maybe this was designed to come through our solar system. Maybe it was taking readings that we never detected. Decided that this might be the first real evidence of alien civilizations. Perhaps we're looking for the wrong thing. Perhaps us SETI looking for radio signals is incorrect. We don't know that an alien civilization would use radio signals. We don't know that they'd use them the same way that we do. So perhaps we are barking up the wrong tree. Maybe we should be looking for the junk, because like the beaches of Desert Island, it may have washed up in our solar system before. So, what do you guys think? Is this a piece of alien junk? Have we actually witnessed the first piece of real evidence of an alien civilization? Or was this just another anomaly? Another strange thing that the universe kicks out that we've just not seen before? If you are new to the channel, please like, subscribe, hit that bell notification. It really helps us out. And please leave a comment. Tell me what you think.